about the sun tracking session that will commence on the 21st of December until the 22nd of December, a 24-hour continuous sun tracking, and part of this hangout will be done in Spanish, where I'll be repeating basically the same thing. Ahora voy a decir en castellano. Este hangout es para anunciar el hecho de que el 21 de diciembre, dentro de 3 días, hoy es el día 18 de diciembre, el 21 de diciembre voy a empezar en este canal, voy a hacer un sun tracking, vamos a tracear el recorrido del Sol, empezando el 21 de diciembre y terminando el 22, sobre un espacio de 24 horas. Espero que nuestros amigos y tierraplanistas en España y en América Latina se unan a nosotros y nos enseñen el recorrido del Sol donde están ustedes, donde estéis. Iru Landucci va a ayudar con el mediodía en Buenos Aires. Tenemos también gente por todo este plano. Tenemos gente en Argentina, en Sudáfrica, en Nueva Zelanda, en Hawái, en Australia, en Sydney y Brisbane, y también en Perth, que es muy importante tener los dos lados, el este y oeste de Australia. Ahora en inglés. Now in English. We're going to have people from all over the plane contributing with either their solar noon or their dawn or their sunset, or all three if they can. We have people, Iru Landucci is going to be contributing from Argentina, from Buenos Aires. We also have people in Cape Town, that's Cosmic Surfer. We have people in Hawaii, in New Zealand, in Eastern Australia, that's Perth and Brisbane, Sydney and Brisbane, and Western Australia, that's Perth. And that's important to establish how long it takes between solar noon in Sydney and solar noon in Perth. We're looking for any small differences between what things like time and date tell us. We have already found through doing these hangouts before that there are sometimes not small differences, but rather large differences. Especially, we found that the sun over certain places has this period where it doesn't continue to climb in the sky and doesn't start to descend in the sky, but remains at a point for a period of up to 48 minutes. There is no sun tracking software, there is no SunCalc or time and date that actually reports this. This is something that we found, we Flat Earthers found this. So all that you need to contribute is to have a sundial. In the description of this hangout, you will have a printout, so a copy, the PDF, for you to print out a protractor. And once you print this protractor out, you need a 5 centimeter gnomon. The gnomon is the upright on a sundial. Okay, you don't need to incline it for your latitude. You just put it vertical. Okay, we're trying to establish people's latitude. That's part of what we're doing. 5 centimeters, make it a nail or a screw, and make it on a completely flat surface. So put your protractor and place the nail in the center. The protractor was created by a flat earther, and it has, wherever your shadow falls, it has the elevation to the sun already marked on this protractor. Now I will say this in Spanish. Si queréis contribuir, lo único que necesitáis es un reloj solar. En la descripción de este vídeo tienen un PDF que pueden imprimir, y ese PDF lo pueden usar con algo plano y bien levelado, con un nomen, o sea, la pieza del centro, esto es para el reloj solar, de 5 centímetros. Cuando tengan el imprimido, ponen el nomen en el centro y donde caiga la sombra a su mediodía, esto nos dirá la elevación del Sol y lo podrán ver ustedes mismos, porque está escrito en el protractor. Vamos a estar haciendo esto durante 24 horas para ver la diferencia entre el Sol. Hemos hecho esto en junio y en mayo. En junio lo hicimos y vamos a ver si hay alguna diferencia entre las 24 horas del Sol en el norte y en el sur. Ya hemos visto que sí que hay varias diferencias. Hay diferencias entre los datos que nos dan con el globo y en la vida real vimos que en vez del Sol seguir elevándose y llegar a un punto donde empieza a bajar, tuvimos unos datos que vinieron desde Denver, Colorado, que el Sol se quedó a una distancia durante 48 minutos sin seguir de elevarse ni bajarse. O sea, a la misma distancia. Esto es muy extraño y el globo no lo explica. Now, back to English. I think everybody should get Pimsleur Spanish and learn Spanish rather than have the Spanish people learning English. I think everybody should learn Spanish. It's a cool language. It is good to be very precise. And it's also, yeah, it's a very good language to know. Okay, I'm going to look in the chat. Wobbly Boost. Wobbly Boost is in Australia. So we're going to have, like I said before, Cape Town, Argentina, New Zealand, and Australia. These are to measure the speed of the sun over the Tropic of Capricorn. We want to establish properly, once we establish the speed of the sun, we can establish properly the dimensions of Australia. If we have Sydney and Perth, which we do, we have somebody just south of Perth. Once we have this, we can ascertain without too much trouble the correct diameter, if you will, or the correct distance between east and west and orientation of Australia. And this is just for finer details on maps. The whole point of this is to establish things about the real world. And part of what we want to establish about the real world is the correct layout of the continents. I have a map already. The only thing that I can change in the map is I can turn Australia a little bit. Everything else is set. This is basically to confirm this. And also anybody who wants to draw their own maps, use these to help you draw the map. Now, we're going to be looking for solar noon, but also sunrise and sunset. We're looking from the south. It's the southern summer. We want to see the sunrise from the southeast and the sunset in the southwest. We want to establish this correctly, and we want to be able to compare it with relative points in the north. So if you could contribute, contribute. And after the Hangout has been done, oh, sorry, one more thing. I will be printing a simple data sheet where you will write people's location, time, sun elevation, and stage in the day for them. So sunrise, sunset, and whatnot. Because when you have somebody who's giving you data for their sunset and it correlates with somebody giving you data for their sunrise, it's good to establish this. Very simple. You'll also have points for people's coordinates if they can find their coordinates, better still, rather than just the name of the town. So this will be a printout. It will be linked in my next Hangout, which will be about the sun tracking. It will be in the description, where right now I have the magnetic declination tool from the NOAA, and I have the protractor for people to print out. Now I'm going to say the same thing in Spanish, more or less. En la descripción tienen una herramienta, un tool para ver la declinación magnética de su región, de su ciudad. Con esto pueden ver cuánto tienen que corregir con el compás. Si dice que tienen una declinación de 10 grados oeste, tiene que compensar su compás para que vean el mediodía pasa al mediodía. Si se esperan que pase cuando cruza directamente hacia el sur o 180 grados, lo habrán perdido, ya habrá pasado. Y lo contrario, si su declinación es hacia el este. Esto está aquí en la descripción de este vídeo. Lo que estamos intentando hacer es corregir, o bueno, más que corregir, acertar la orientación de Australia, que es algo que el globo no tiene muy seguro, ni los mapas estilo Mercator. La orientación de Australia y la distancia entre el este y el oeste. Queremos ver el recorrido del Sol en el trópico de Capricornio. Y vamos a comparar, cuando tengamos esto hecho, con los datos que tuvimos de cuando estaba el Sol en el trópico de Cáncer. Ahora, la próxima vez que haga uno de estos hangouts, tendré en la descripción, donde ahora tengo la herramienta para la declinación magnética y el protractor, tendré una página que pueden imprimir, que tendrá una tabla, una forma, una matriz para que puedan poner los datos, sus propios datos o los datos de otros, mientras miran. Después de terminar el hangout, haré un corto hangout donde lo que haré es nada más leer todos los datos que fueron dados. O sea, si no puedes ver el programa entero, vuelvan después, el día bueno, 2 días después mejor, donde, o sea, el día antes de Navidad, donde daré todos los datos que fueron sometidos. Ya está, ya no hago nada más en castellano. La próxima vez que haga uno de estos, espero que Iru entre conmigo. A ver, hecho un vistazo, le he preguntado si quiere entrar y acaba de terminar el programa de Glowbuster y seguro que está súper cansado. Ay, disculpar. Bueno, now in English. There's someone do one of these. Ira Landucci, hopefully will be joining me. He's just finished doing Glowbusters, quite a long session. So we'll see, hopefully. So we're looking for readings from all around the world. Readings only of sunrise or sunset and solar noon. Not readings of any other point in the day. That's just too many readings, just that will not be good. We want sunrise and sunset, not sunrise happened 10 minutes ago, but here it is anyway. No, we want to be a bit more precise. So if you want to provide sunrise, then set up just before sunrise so you can record it and you can show us. Same with sunset and solar noon, especially for the people in the south, where in some places in the south there's a lot of magnetic declination, in others not so much. In Australia you've got 14, I think it is, in Sydney, and you've got 1.5 in Perth. That's a lot of difference within the one country. But the southern pole is between Australia and, well, the orientation or the direction of the southern pole is between Australia, it's in Antarctica, between Australia and New Zealand. It's in that region. So it spreads out from there. So you have to be extra careful if you're giving readings from the south. So you have in the description the magnetic declination tool. Use it, familiarize yourself with it. Okay, that's it for